Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're taking a deep dive into of the most interesting modern American quarters. Coin number 1. The 1998 Washington quarter with the P mint mark could spark excitement among coin collectors across the United States. The 1998 with P Washington quarter struck at the Philadelphia Mint. At first glance, this coin appears to be nothing more than a common 25-cent piece that millions of Americans have used in everyday transactions. In fact, nearly 896 million examples were produced, making it one of the most widely circulated Washington quarters of its era. However, experienced collectors know that not every coin is equal. A small number of exceptional pieces survive in remarkably high grades, while others feature fascinating mint errors, sharp strikes, brilliant luster, or unique characteristics that dramatically increase their desirability. Although an ordinary circulated 1998 with P quarter is generally worth only its face value, the rarest certified examples and significant mint error varieties can command much higher prices at auction, depending on their grade, rarity, and collector demand. Claims that a normal very fine 1998 with P quarter is worth $129,000 are not supported by established numismatic market data. Such extraordinary prices would generally require an exceptionally rare error or an elite, certified specimen rather than a typical circulated coin. If you own a 1998 P Washington quarter, carefully inspect it under magnification. Look for doubled dies, off-center strikes, broad strikes, die cracks, clipped planchets, or other genuine mint errors, and pay close attention to the coin's overall preservation, luster, and surface quality. Coins that have never circulated and earn top grades from professional grading services such as PCGS or NGC are the ones most likely to achieve impressive auction results. Before selling any potentially valuable coin, compare it with verified auction records, study the latest price guides, and consider obtaining professional authentication. You never know, an ordinary-looking quarter sitting unnoticed in a coin jar, drawer, or old collection could turn out to be a collectible piece with a premium value, especially if it possesses a rare mint error or outstanding condition that sets it apart from the millions of other 1998 with P Washington quarters struck for circulation. Coin number 2. Have you ever wondered whether a simple 1990 Washington quarter with the D mint mark could actually be worth a fortune? The 1990 with D Washington quarter struck at the Denver Mint. At first glance, this coin looks like an ordinary 25-cent piece that millions of Americans carried in their pockets during the early 1990s. It features George Washington on the obverse and the classic eagle design on the reverse that was used before the state quarters program began in 1999. The D mint mark, located just to the right of Washington's ponytail, identifies the coin as having been struck at the Denver Mint. Because hundreds of millions of these quarters were produced, most examples found in circulation are worth only their face value. However, collectors know that the story becomes much more exciting when a coin survives in exceptional condition or displays a rare mint error. One of the reasons collectors continue to search through rolls of 1990 with D Washington quarters is the possibility of discovering a premium quality specimen. Coins with brilliant original surfaces, sharp details, and virtually no signs of wear are much scarcer than ordinary circulated pieces. In your description, you mention a red condition, although the term red is typically associated with copper coins such as Lincoln cents rather than clad Washington quarters. If a 1990 with D quarter displays unusual colorful toning, vibrant luster, or eye-catching surface colors, collectors may find it more attractive, especially if the color developed naturally over time. Beautiful rainbow toning, golden highlights, or iridescent shades can make an already desirable coin even more appealing in the numismatic marketplace. Another important factor that determines value is the presence of mint errors. Some 1990 with D Washington quarters have been discovered with off-center strikes, doubled dies, die cracks, clipped planchets, broad strikes, or other unusual production mistakes. These errors occurred during the minting process and are highly sought after because they make each coin unique. The rarer and more dramatic the error, the greater the demand among collectors. Even a common date quarter can become extremely valuable if it possesses a spectacular mint error that has been authenticated by a respected grading service. Condition is equally important when evaluating any collectible coin. Professional grading companies such as PCGS and NGC carefully examine every detail, including strike quality, luster, surface preservation, and eye appeal. Coins that achieve top mint state grades, especially MS67, MS68 or higher, become significantly more desirable because only a tiny percentage of surviving examples meet such demanding standards. Collectors are often willing to compete aggressively for these elite condition coins, driving auction prices much higher than those of ordinary examples. Many people dream of discovering a hidden treasure in an old coin collection, a forgotten piggy bank, or even loose change received from a store. Stories of valuable quarters found in circulation continue to inspire collectors across the United States. That's why searching through bankrolls, estate collections, and inherited coin albums remains one of the most exciting hobbies in numismatics. Every quarter deserves a careful inspection because small details can make an enormous difference in value. If you own a 1990 with D Washington quarter, begin by examining it under bright light with a magnifying glass. Check for unusually sharp details, original mint luster, colorful natural toning, doubled lettering, off-center strikes, die chips, or other unusual features. Avoid cleaning the coin, as cleaning can permanently damage its surfaces and reduce collector value. If your coin appears to be in exceptional condition or displays a possible mint error, consider having it authenticated and graded by a professional service before offering it for sale. Although some online videos and social media posts mention values as high as $137,000, such extraordinary prices would generally require an exceptionally rare error coin or an elite certified specimen rather than a typical circulated 1990 with D Washington quarter. Nevertheless, collectors continue searching because remarkable discoveries are still being made, and every year previously overlooked coins appear at major auctions. The next valuable Washington quarter could already be hiding in your collection without you realizing it. Coin number 3. Have you ever looked at a 1977 Washington quarter with a D mint mark and wondered if it could be hiding an incredible secret, the fascinating world of the 1977 with D Washington quarter, one of the most collected modern-era U.S. coins? Minted at the Denver Mint, this quarter carries the small D mint mark on the obverse, just to the right of George Washington's ribbon. While millions of these quarters were produced for everyday circulation, only a tiny number have survived in outstanding condition, making them highly desirable among serious collectors. If you've ever searched through pocket change, old coin albums, inherited collections, or forgotten piggy banks, this is one coin you should never overlook because certain examples can attract tremendous attention in the numismatic community. The Washington Quarter series has been a favorite among collectors since it was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. By 1977, the familiar design featuring George Washington on the front and the majestic eagle on the reverse had become one of the most recognized coin designs in American history. The 1977 with D quarter was struck on a copper-nickel-clad planchet weighing approximately 5.67 grams and measuring 24.3 millimeters in diameter. Although the Denver Mint produced hundreds of millions of these coins, most entered circulation immediately and accumulated scratches, wear, and damage over decades of everyday use. Finding one today with original mint luster, crisp details, and minimal wear is much more difficult than many people realize. Collectors pay close attention to the condition of every coin they examine, and a very fine example still displays strong details despite moderate circulation wear. Hair details above Washington's forehead remain visible. Lettering is bold, the date is clear, and the eagle on the reverse still shows substantial feather detail. However, the highest premiums are generally reserved for mint state examples that have never entered circulation. These coins retain their brilliant original surfaces, sharp strike, and attractive eye appeal. Every small improvement in preservation can make a noticeable difference in collector demand and auction performance. Another reason the 1977 with D Washington quarter continues to attract interest is the possibility of valuable mint errors. During the minting process, mistakes occasionally occurred that produced unusual coins. Collectors search for doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, die breaks, repunched mint marks on older series, and dramatic misalignments. These mint errors transform otherwise ordinary coins into unique collectibles. Some error coins become the centerpiece of advanced collections because no two examples are exactly alike. The more dramatic and visually impressive the error, the greater the potential interest from collectors. Professional grading also plays a major role in determining a coin's value. Leading grading services such as PCGS and NGC carefully inspect each coin for strike quality, luster, preservation, eye appeal, and authenticity before assigning an official numerical grade. Coins receiving exceptionally high mint state grades are far scarcer than lower-grade examples because very few survive with virtually flawless surfaces after decades of storage and handling. Registry set collectors often compete aggressively for these elite condition coins, especially when population reports show only a handful of examples at the highest certified grades. Many people dream of discovering a valuable coin hidden inside an old family collection or a forgotten jar of spare change. That dream continues to inspire thousands of collectors across America every single day. Coin roll hunting has become increasingly popular because remarkable discoveries still happen. A careful search through bank rolls, estate sales, flea markets, antique shops, and inherited collections can occasionally reveal coins that were overlooked for decades. Patience, knowledge, and attention to detail are often rewarded in the fascinating hobby of coin collecting. If you own a 1977 with D Washington quarter, begin by examining it carefully under bright lighting with a quality magnifying glass. Look for unusually sharp details, original mint luster, strong strike quality, doubled lettering, unusual die cracks, off-center strikes, or other minting anomalies. Never clean the coin, polish it, or attempt to improve its appearance, as cleaning almost always reduces collector value. Instead, store it safely in a protective holder and consider professional authentication, if you believe it may be an exceptional specimen or a genuine mint error. Some internet videos and social media posts claim that a 1977 with D Washington quarter in very fine condition is worth $195, zeroth. In reality, such extraordinary prices are not typical for a standard very fine example. Auction prices approaching that level would generally require an exceptionally rare mint error, a unique prototype, or an elite certified specimen with extraordinary characteristics. Nevertheless, valuable discoveries continue to be made because collectors constantly uncover previously unknown varieties, dramatic mint errors, and superbly preserved examples that command strong premiums at major coin auctions. The excitement of coin collecting lies in the possibility that an ordinary-looking coin may hold an extraordinary story. Every scratch, strike, and mint mark tells part of America's history. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced numismatist, learning how to identify valuable characteristics can make searching through coins both educational and rewarding. The next remarkable discovery could already be sitting unnoticed in your collection, waiting for a closer inspection. Coin number 4. The 1956 Washington quarter without a mint mark could be hiding in a coin jar, family collection, or forgotten drawer, waiting to surprise you with an incredible story. Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a deep dive into one of America's classic silver coins, the 1956 Washington quarter struck at the Philadelphia Mint, identified by the absence of a mint mark. For many collectors, this coin represents an exciting piece of American history because it was produced during an era when U.S. quarters were still struck from 90% silver, giving them both precious metal value and historical significance. Although millions of these coins were minted for circulation, finding one in outstanding condition has become increasingly difficult over the decades. In this video, we'll explore its history, design, rarity, condition, collector demand, and the factors that can make certain examples dramatically more valuable than ordinary pieces. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to celebrate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The coin features a portrait of America's first president on the obverse, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. On the reverse, A majestic American eagle stands proudly with its wings spread above a bundle of arrows and olive branches, symbolizing both military strength and the nation's desire for peace. This iconic design remained on the quarter for decades and became one of the most recognizable coins in American history. The 1956 quarter without a mint mark was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which traditionally did not place mint marks on circulating coins during that period. Every detail of the design reflects the craftsmanship of mid-20th century American coinage. One of the reasons collectors admire the 1956 Philadelphia Washington quarter is its silver composition. Unlike modern clad quarters, every genuine 1956 quarter contains 90% silver and 10% copper, giving it an intrinsic precious metal value in addition to its collectible appeal. Even heavily circulated examples are often saved because of their silver content. As silver prices fluctuate over time, these quarters continue attracting both investors and numismatists. Many people unknowingly spend or overlook silver coins because they appear similar to modern quarters, making knowledge one of the most valuable tools for any collector. Condition is one of the biggest factors affecting a coin's desirability. You mentioned a black condition, a term that collectors generally do not use as an official grading description. However, some older silver coins naturally develop dark gray, charcoal, blue, or nearly black toning after decades of storage. Natural toning can sometimes enhance a coin's beauty and desirability, especially if it is even, attractive, and completely original. Artificially darkened or cleaned coins, on the other hand, are usually worth much less. Experienced collectors carefully distinguish between natural aging and damage caused by improper cleaning or chemical treatment. Professional grading companies such as PCGS and NGC evaluate coins based on their wear, strike quality, luster, preservation, and overall eye appeal. Coins that receive mint state grades, especially MS66, MS67 or higher, are significantly rarer than circulated examples because very few survive in nearly perfect condition after nearly 70 years. Registry collectors often compete aggressively for these top-quality examples, causing exceptional specimens to bring impressive prices at major coin auctions. Another exciting aspect of the 1956 Washington quarter is the possibility of mint errors. Although most coins were struck correctly, a small number left the Philadelphia Mint with unusual production mistakes. Collectors constantly search for doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, broad strikes, die cracks, de-chips, retained cuds, and other fascinating mint errors. These unusual coins are unique because they were created accidentally during the minting process, making them highly desirable to specialists. The more dramatic the error and the better the coin's condition, the stronger the collector demand. If you own a 1956 Washington quarter without a mint mark, inspect it carefully under strong lighting using a quality magnifying glass. Look for crisp lettering, complete feather details on the eagle, sharp hairlines on Washington's portrait, original mint surfaces, and any unusual minting characteristics. Never polish or clean the coin, even if it appears dark or tarnished. Cleaning permanently alters the surface and can significantly reduce collector value. Instead, place the coin in a protective holder, and if you suspect it is an exceptional example or a genuine mint error, consider having it authenticated by a professional grading service. Many people dream of discovering a valuable silver quarter in an inherited coin collection or an old family album. Every year, collectors uncover overlooked treasures because previous owners did not recognize their importance. Estate sales, antique shops, bank coin rolls, and inherited collections continue to produce exciting discoveries. The thrill of finding a rare coin is one of the reasons coin collecting remains one of the world's most popular hobbies. Patience, careful observation, and a willingness to learn often reward collectors with remarkable finds. Some online videos and social media posts claim that a 1956 Washington quarter without a mint mark in black condition is worth $203. In reality, such an extraordinary price would generally require an exceptionally rare certified specimen, a spectacular mint error, or another highly unusual characteristic rather than a typical circulated coin. Nevertheless, truly rare varieties and elite condition examples can command substantial premiums when they appear at major auctions, which is why collectors continue examining every old silver quarter they encounter. The story of the 1956 Washington quarter reminds us that history can fit in the palm of your hand. Every coin carries memories of the era in which it circulated, from the people who spent it to the businesses where it changed hands. Whether you're a beginner or an experienced numismatist, every coin deserves a closer look, because small details often separate an ordinary quarter from a truly collectible treasure. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed learning about the 1956 Washington quarter without a mint mark, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss our latest videos on rare US coins, valuable mint errors, silver coin discoveries, and exciting auction records. Share this video with your friends and fellow collectors, and let us know in the comments if you've ever found an old silver Washington quarter in your pocket change or family collection. Until next time, happy coin hunting, and may your next discovery become the highlight of your collection.